Hello, church family. I just want to come to you this afternoon with a statement of maybe trying to have some in-person services in our church. So I just kind of wrote this out so that I wouldn't forget anything. So church family, with things starting to open up, we are going to try and do some in-person church services. We need to remember that we are still not back to church as usual, but it's a great start. The social aspects of our church family that make our church so amazing are still going to be on hold for a few weeks. We are trying to provide a few options for you to enjoy church. We will have limited seating in order for us to comply with the Wyoming mandates for gatherings of 25 or more people. I feel as followers of Christ that we are asked to honor our leaders and government officials as much as possible without violating the Word of God. I will need your help, patience, and understanding in the coming weeks. I have never led a church through a pandemic, and I will inadvertently make some mistakes or possibly not move as fast as you think that we should. I can promise you that all the decisions we make have been through a lot of prayer. If you get to church and there is not enough room to social distance, you will have to use another option. Here are our plans currently. I'm going to have a service on Friday evening starting this Friday night at 5:30 p.m. for anyone who would like to attend. At this service, I will be recording our live video that we play on Sunday mornings on our Facebook and YouTube pages. That's what we are currently doing. So that is not going to change. If you want to watch online, it's still going to be at 9:30 on Facebook and our YouTube pages. I will also offer a service on Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m. for those who want to attend or can't watch online. We will have some form of worship at all of the services. We are unable at this time to have the nursery and children's church, so our kids will be with us in service. We will not have printed materials as in bulletins, and we will have an offering plate at the back of the sanctuary for you to use. We will not be passing that. You can send in your tithe and offerings, or you can use Givelify, and we appreciate all that you've done helping with that. Whether you agree with the mandate or not, please help us be in compliance by agreeing that if you attend, you will help us uphold them. Thanks so much for that. We need to remember that not shaking hands or avoiding close contact is only for a short season. If you're not feeling well or at risk, please stay home and watch online. You can also invite some of your friends to your home and watch together. As we have already said, God doesn't need church to move into the lives of people. He just needs people to be willing to open their hearts to Him, wherever that is. And then here is the official order, so I'll just read it for you. Religious or faith-based organizations may allow gatherings of more than 25 people subject to the following conditions to be enforced by the religious or faith-based organization, leaders, and staff. Number 1, a 6-foot distance must be maintained between individual household groups at all times. 2, the number of people in a confined area at any time must be limited to allow for adequate distancing between households. 3, close contact between members of different households is prohibited before, during, and after the gathering. Reading materials, collection plates, and communion trays shall be passed out to individual attendees by the leader or staff rather than passed between attendees. The next, prior to the gathering, religious or faith-based organization leaders and staff must be screened for symptoms of COVID-19 or exposure to a person with COVID-19 during the previous 14 days. Staff or leaders with symptoms of illness or known exposure to a person with COVID-19 infection within the previous 14 days shall not participate in the gathering. Staff logs of the screening activity shall be kept and made available for inspection by the local health officer. The entire facility shall be cleaned thoroughly, including all high-touch areas before and after each gathering, according to the CDC guidelines for cleaning. Communion shall be served only in individual containers. There shall be no exchange of food or drink with the exception of subsection G, which we just read. And the last one is staff who come within 6 feet of attendees or other staff must wear a face covering. I am so grateful for all of you who have supported our church and by your online attendance and your finances. One great thing about being online is that we have reached many more people with the gospel who may have never come to our church. We will continue to make this the normal part of our services in the future. Churches may not look the same from now on, but the message of hope and forgiveness in Jesus shall never change.